John Murray Forbes was an American railroad magnate, merchant, philanthropist, and abolitionist. He was president of both the Michigan Central Railroad and the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad in the 1850s. Early life. Forbes was born on February 23, 1813, in Bordeaux, France. His father, Ralph Bennett Forbes, was a member of the Forbes family who attempted unsuccessfully to start a trade from Bordeaux. His mother, Margaret Perkins, was the sister of Thomas Handasad Perkins, founder of a Boston Brahmin family merchant dynasty involved in the China trade. His parents moved back to the Captain Robert Bennett Forbes house in Milton, Massachusetts in 1814. His paternal uncle was John Murray Forbes, lawyer and diplomat. His cousin was Frances Blackwell Forbes, both her children of James Grant Forbes I. His brother was Robert Bennett Forbes, sea captain and China merchant. Forbes attended school at Phillips Academy in Andover, Massachusetts, then at Round Hill School in Northampton, Massachusetts, from 1823 to 1828. Career. Forbes was one of three brothers sent by their uncle to Canton, China, and achieved some financial success during a short time spent trading in Canton. However, unlike his brother Robert Bennett Forbes, who devoted himself to the China trade, Forbes returned to Boston and became an early railroad investor and landowner. As with J. Gould and E. H. Harriman, Forbes was an important figure in the building of America's railroad system. From March 28, 1846 through 1855, he was president of Michigan Central Railroad, and he was a director and president of the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad. He helped with the growth of the American Middle West. Forbes founded J.M. Forbes & Amp Co., an investment firm in Boston in 1838. He supplied money and weapons to New Englanders to fight slavery in Kansas, and in 1859 entertained John Brown. In 1860, he was an elector for Abraham Lincoln. He served as the chairman of the Republican National Committee during the administration of President Abraham Lincoln. Staunchly pro-Union, he is given credit for founding the New England Loyal Publication Society in early 1863. After the Civil War, Forbes was elected as a third-class companion of the Military Order of the Loyal Legion of the United States. Forbes was a delegate to the Republican conventions of 1876, 1880 and 1884. He eventually became displeased with the Republican Party and worked successfully to get Democrat Grover Cleveland elected president. Philanthropy. Forbes's many philanthropic activities included the re-establishment of Milton Academy, a preparatory school south of Boston, Massachusetts in 1884. Personal life. Forbes married Sarah Hathaway. They had two sons, William Hathaway Forbes and John Malcolm Forbes, and two daughters, Mrs. Russell and Mrs. Harrison. They resided in Milton, Massachusetts, and summered on Nowshon Island in Dukes County, Massachusetts. Death and legacy. Forbes died of pneumonia on October 12, 1898 in Milton, Massachusetts. Edward Waldo Emerson, Ralph Waldo Emerson's son, published Forbes' biography in the September 1899 issue of Atlantic magazine. The Emerson and Forbes families were close. John Murray's son, William Hathaway Forbes, married Ralph's daughter, Edith Emerson. In Letters and Social Aims, Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote of Forbes, "Never was such force, good meaning, good sense, good action, combined with such domestic lovely behavior, such modesty and persistent preference for others. Wherever he moved he was the benefactor. How little this man suspects, with his sympathy for men and his respect for lettered and scientific people, that he is not likely, in any company, to meet a man superior to himself, and I think this is a good country that can bear such a creature as he. His cousin Francis Blackwell Forbes is the great-grandfather of 2004 U.S. Democratic presidential candidate John Forbes Kerry. His eldest son, William Hathaway Forbes, became the first president of the American Telephone and Telegraph Company and father of William Cameron Forbes. Another of his sons was John Malcolm Forbes, the yachtsman and horseman. His great-great-great-great-grandson is Jonathan Meath, a renowned Emmy Award-winning television producer. The small community of Forbes, Missouri, is named for him.